My parents had been looking for a house to rent for weeks. They wanted something close to my school and close to my dad's office. Then one day, Dad finally found a house. It was perfect. Well, almost perfect. Because right behind our new house, there was an old abandoned house. The windows were broken. The paint was peeling off the walls. And the entire place looked like it had been empty for decades. At first, I tried not to think about it. But then I realized something. My bedroom was at the back of our house, which meant every time I looked out my window, I had a perfect view of that creepy abandoned house. Mom, couldn't Dad find another house? I don't like my room. I can see that abandoned house right from my window. Annie, do you have any idea how hard your dad worked to find this place? It's close to your school, close to his office, and we can actually afford it. Then you take my room. I'll sleep in yours. I don't want to stay here. I hate this room. Annie, stop throwing a tantrum. Instead of focusing on scary little things, help me unpack. We still have a lot to do. Fine, I already knew they weren't going to give me the master bedroom. For the first few days, I hated that room. But eventually, I got used to it. The strange noises outside stopped bothering me. The abandoned house became just another part of the view. And slowly, I stopped being afraid. At least, I thought I did. One night, around 9 p.m., I was lying in bed, trying to fall asleep. I turned toward the window, and that's when I saw him. Someone was standing in the top floor window of the abandoned house. Just standing there, watching me. I froze. For a few seconds, I couldn't even breathe. Then I told myself it was probably my imagination. Maybe it was a shadow, maybe a tree, maybe anything, except a person. But the longer I stared, the clearer the figure became. He was definitely standing there, and he was looking directly at me. Mom, open the door, Mom! What happened, Annie? I saw someone. There was someone standing in the window of that abandoned house. Come look. Where? There, the top window. Annie, there's nobody there. But I swear I saw someone. It's nighttime. Sometimes your eyes can play tricks on you. And I keep telling you, stop watching so many horror movies. Mom, I'm serious. Someone was there. Go to sleep. You have school tomorrow. She closed the door, and I stayed awake for hours. The next night, it happened again. Same window, same time, 9 p.m. And this time, the figure was even closer to the glass. I panicked. Mom, come here, hurry! Mom rushed into my room. Look, you didn't believe me last night. Someone is there. Mom looked toward the window, but the figure was gone. Where did he go? I don't know. Annie, do you know what time it is? Your father is sleeping. But Mom, that house is empty. Exactly. So how could anyone be standing there? That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I'm scared. Mom sighed. It's Halloween season. I'm sure some neighborhood kid is playing a prank on you. I suddenly stopped. Maybe she was right. Wait, yeah, maybe it is a kid. Mom nodded. Now go to sleep. But I wasn't going to sleep. Not this time. I had made up my mind. I was going to catch whoever was doing this. I imagined dragging the kid to his parents and telling them everything. He'd be grounded for weeks. No video games, no candy, nothing. I just needed to catch him. The following night, at exactly 9 p.m., I grabbed a flashlight and walked toward the abandoned house. I was determined to find that kid. The front door was already half open. I stepped inside. The moment I entered, the door creaked behind me. The house was completely dark. Dust covered the floor. The air smelled old and rotten. Every step I took made the wooden floorboards groan. I suddenly wasn't feeling so brave anymore, but I kept going. I slowly climbed the staircase. One step, then another, then another. My heart was pounding. I knew the person had to be hiding upstairs. Finally, I reached the top floor. I shined my flashlight around the room. Nothing. Nobody. Then I saw it. The window. The exact window where I'd seen the figure every night. I walked toward it. I looked outside. My bedroom was directly across from it. And then I whispered, "There's nobody here." I turned around. Nothing. The room was completely empty. Then suddenly, bang! I froze. Hello? No answer. I grabbed my flashlight and ran toward the stairs. Mom, I'm here! I ran downstairs as fast as I could. I reached the front door, grabbed the handle, and pulled. Nothing. I pulled harder. Still nothing. The door wouldn't move, but I knew I had left it open when I came inside. No. I pulled with all my strength. Nothing. The door was completely jammed. I started banging on it. Help! Somebody help me! Silence. I banged harder. Please, someone open the door! Then I heard something upstairs. A slow creak, one of the floorboards. Then another. Creak, creak. Someone was walking down the stairs. I stopped breathing. My flashlight began shaking in my hand. I slowly turned around and pointed it toward the staircase. But there was nobody there. Then I heard a whisper from upstairs. A voice. Soft and barely audible. It sounded like a little girl. Annie. My blood ran cold because I had never told anyone in that house my name. And then the footsteps started again, coming closer. Creak, creak, creak. I backed away from the door. And that's when I realized something terrifying. The person I'd been seeing in that window every night wasn't standing in the abandoned house. They were watching me from my own bedroom window.